All right. Hello, hello, hello. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Watch with Nordic live commentary. We are starting off here right on rip. Welcome to another commentary stream here. This one is the last Game 1 series that needs to begin. It is between the Edmonton Oilers and the Anaheim Ducks. How you guys doing? Good to see everybody here in the stream.
I'm not done with my speaking. I'll be done when I'm done.
Ugh. What's up, Goku? What's up, Daniel? What's up, John? How we doing? I'm not late. Game hasn't started yet. At least I don't think it has. No, it hasn't started yet. We're good. We are good. How's it going, everyone? How we doing? We're back for 2 of 2 tonight. This one between the Oilers and the Ducks. This should be the good one for the night. Philadelphia and Pittsburgh was fun, but this one should be better. This one should definitely be better. What's up, Jack? How we doing? What's up, John? Goku, everybody here is in the chat. Still got about we still got about 10 minutes or so until the game's supposed to start. I'm pretty sure. I'm still waiting for the individual broadcast of Edmonton versus Anaheim to come up on my ESPN. I am still waiting for it, but hope you guys are having a great day so far. It's good to see everybody here in the chat. Oilers and Ducks. This is the series that we have been waiting for here, and I am beyond excited for it. Quick update on the other 3 games that are going on. Philadelphia and Pittsburgh, 3-0 shutout win for the Flyers. Dan Vladar made 27 saves. They are going up 2-0, heading back to Philadelphia on Wednesday. We'll be live for Game 3. We will be live for Game 3 of that series. Sens and Hurricanes is tied 2-2 at the end of 60 minutes of play. That game is going to overtime. If it's still going by the time we're done tonight, we will go live for it. Minnesota and Dallas is 1-1 in the first period of that game. If that game is still going on by the time we're done with Edmonton and Anaheim, we'll go live for that. So again, if those games go to extra time, that's bonus coverage here on the channel. So stay tuned for that. But thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement. There's my Ducks Oilers broadcast. Oh, playback cannot be. It's not available in my region. What? Impossible. No way. Not available in my region. What the hell? Thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. Let me restart my my ESPN here if it's going to give me that problem. Don't tell me it's not available in my region. Come on, I know it is. Don't give me that crap. All right. Let's try that again. I guess we're doing Stars Wild, yeah. I don't know why it's saying that. That's weird. Well, if I go in here, does this let me take a look at it? Well, this is showing me the highlights of Philly and Pittsburgh. Let's go watch live. What the hell? Why is it telling me it's not available in my region? What kind of BS is this? What the hell? What the heck? That's ridiculous. Come on now. All right, let me restart my PS5. Maybe it's somehow my PS5 that's causing that problem. They blocked the Pennsylvania viewers out, regional blocks. Oh, I believe that. I believe that, but why are they blocking me from viewing the Oilers game? I'm not even in Edmonton. I'm not even in Edmonton. What is this crap? Game's not supposed to start for another 5 minutes, though, so I'm not too worried about it, but I need to get into the broadcast. I'll just keep trying it till it lets me in. How about that? How do you like them apples? All right, let's try that again. Bro, what the hell? Why is it not letting me go into the stream? I'm going to keep trying it till it lets me. What's up, Bond? No problem, man. Go get some rest. So these two teams faced off in the regular season 3 times. The Ducks the Oilers won 2 of the 3. And what's notable about all of those games, 2 of them featured 10 or more goals. So I would not be shocked at all if this is a really highly offensive series. I would not be shocked at all. All right, starting to worry me a little bit that I can't get into this. Maybe I need to swap back to my actual TV. Let's see if it'll let me in on there. That's really weird. I don't know why it's doing that. Hopefully I can get into it before the game starts. Oh shit. See if it works on here. 'Cause I think it's gonna start soon. I need to get this up. I don't know why my TV is giving me problems today, but it's making me angry. Is Draisaitl back in? Yes, he is. Draisaitl is back in the game. Is back. Draisaitl returns. All right. Let's try it now. What's up, Christine? How we doing? All right, I think I got it. All right, we are in. We are in, folks. Was worried I wasn't going to be able to get in here, but we have made it into the commentary between the Oilers and the Ducks. Oh, Canada currently going on right now, so we will hold off. For the Stanley Cup final, for those who are curious, I will be playing the national anthems during the Cup final. Probably not during the playoffs, though. Yeah, thankfully I got the feed. Why is the guy in the stands? All right. Singing "Oh Canada" currently on my screen. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. How we doing? Who's winning this game? Who is winning this game? Comment it down below. Who do you think's winning game 1? Who's taking home game 1? Let me know down below. Look at that crowd. All right, perfect. That is done. Oh, my chat just completely refreshed. Edmonton will win. Ducks will win. Seeing a couple from both sides. Interesting. We will see which one of you guys is right. Wow. Alrighty, everyone. We are ready to get started here in this Pacific Division Seed 2, Seed 3 matchup between the Ducks and the Oilers here tonight. Starting goaltenders on both sides. Lucas Dostal is in net for Anaheim. He is 3-1 in his last 4 starts against the Oilers. He ended the season off pretty rough. His numbers were not that great. On the other side is Connor Ingram. 16-10-3, a 2.60, and a .899 save percentage. It's the tale of two sides here in this series. One team has been to back-to-back Stanley Cup finals and is trying to get back there. The other team, they're new to this. It's the first playoff game for the Ducks in 8 years. And we are ready to get started. Anaheim Ducks versus Edmonton Oilers from Rogers Place. And we are underway. Face-off is won by the Ducks. They will regroup it down low in their own zone. Anaheim will chip it off the boards and back into the Edmonton end. Ingram stolen back in front. Vale pass up top there, broken up by the Oilers. Jeffrey Vale with a near chance there to make it a 1-0 lead. Down low in the corner now, Darnell Nurse gets it back for Edmonton. Played back down low into the Oilers zone. Connor Murphy, acquired at the trade deadline by the Chicago Blackhawks, will hold it down low in the Edmonton zone. Here's Bouchard. Evan Bouchard holds it down low in the Edmonton zone. Nice Goku. Puck is chipped all the way in there on Dostal. He will play it back down low behind the net. Mintyukov battling for it on the right side. Played back up top, then Bouchard fires it. And that one goes wide to Dostal. Ducks will get it back here. They will play it to center. Here's Leo Carlson. Carlson shoots it. He fans on the puck. It was blocked by Bouchard. Bouchard now will send Savoy. Savoy up to McDavid. Connor McDavid with some room. Comes in. Backhand. Goes just high. Ekholm battling for it now with Troy Terry on the right side. Puck is cleared all the way back into the Edmonton zone. This place is loud here in Edmonton. And there's Leon Draisaitl. Welcome back to the lineup. Draisaitl with speed down the right side. Pass up top, then Wallman, a shot into the chest of Lucas Dostal. And he will cover. There's the first shot of the game. Coaching battles here between these two teams. Joel Quenneville behind the bench for Anaheim and Chris Knobloch on the other side for Edmonton. It shapes up to be an absolutely incredible matchup between two incredible coaches. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. It's game one of the Pacific Battle here of the second and the third seed. Draisaitl will take the draw here now against Granlund. Mikael Granlund faced this team last year when he was on the Dallas Stars. In the Anaheim zone, Edmonton wins it all. Draisaitl, a shot goes wide there on Dostal. He tried to immediately get things going here. Down low in the corner, Jacob Trouba battling for it then with Draisaitl. Puck is cleared all the way back into the Edmonton zone. Ingram will play it back down low then for Wallman. Jake Wallman holds it here in the Oilers' end. Wallman will look for options now. Wallman off the boards to Henrique. Stolen back by Radko Gudas. Gudas will clear it to center. Now Darnell Nurse regroups with this puck. Back up to Connor Murphy. Murphy up top, then Hines a shot. That one is blocked. Paling down low in the corner, back to Henrique. Henrique fighting alongside Connor Murphy down low in the corner. Shot on by McTavish. And that one goes wide. Puck is cleared back into the Anaheim zone. Gudas behind the Ducks net, back over to Kreider. Gauthier battling for on the right side, stolen back to by Wallman, intercepted by Anaheim. Gauthier off the boards to center. Jeffrey Vale will try and dump it down low to the Edmonton zone. Oilers get it back. Cross ice pass for Dickinson, up for Roslovic, broken up then by the Ducks. Vale back down low into the Edmonton zone. Backhanding it down low into the corner was Ian Moore. Now Darnell Nurse will carry it here through center. Roslovic fires it wide of Dostal. Down low in the Anaheim zone. Ducks will break it now through center. Terry with speed. Carries it down the right side. 3-on-1. Terry into the zone. Dekes in. He lost the puck. Good poke check there by Roslovic. Ducks will keep it here in the Edmonton zone. Terry will end up backhanding it out of the zone himself. And grabbing that puck is McDavid. And dumping it down low into the Anaheim zone. Shots are 2-0 here in favor of the Oilers. Here's Hyman. 2-on-2. Hyman drops back. Ekholm a shot. That one goes just wide of the Anaheim net. Here comes the rookie, Beckett Seneca. Seneca gets around Bouchard. Pass back up top. Shot on. Is blocked by Killorn. Edmonton now will push it through center. Hyman banks it back down low into the Anaheim zone. Granlund back to Trouba. Trouba will clear it to center then for the Ducks. Seneca gets it back then for Anaheim. Will gain the line and backhand it down low. Jake Wallman back over then for Vasily Podkolzin. Intercepted by Anaheim. Been a back and forth game here so far. Draisaitl chipped off the boards and all the way back into the Anaheim end. Mintyukov will dump it back into the Edmonton zone, and that'll be an icing at 15:31 against the Ducks. Already off to a hot start here. Shots are 3-0 in favor of the Oilers. Kind of a bit back and forth. If we're being completely honest with ourselves, kind of back and forth hockey up and down the ice. And welcome back, Leon Draisaitl. In his first game for the Oilers in about a month or two. He's been out for a little bit. There was an expectation that he would be back for the Stanley Cup playoffs, and I'm not surprised at all he's back. Anaheim will press it back to center then. Stolen back by the Ducks. They'll regroup in their own zone. Mintyukov off the boards to McTavish. Backhanded down low here into the Edmonton zone. Wallman on the right side. Emberson ahead then for Draisaitl. Draisaitl back to Kapanen. Shoots it in on Dostal. He will make the save, and the pushing and shoving continues. Oh, not 15:04, not 10:04, 15:04. My apologies. Good opportunities here so far by the Oilers. They're getting shots on Dostal. They're coming from the outside, though. Got to get those shots in the grade A house, but I guess you'll take what you can get. Oilers have come into the playoffs playing some of their best hockey. Anaheim, not so much. They've struggled in the month of April. They really struggled. There was a chance they would drop to the wild card too and take on the Avalanche as opposed to the Kings, but fortunately it didn't go that way. Here's Nurse, a shot saved by Dostal on the right side. Frederick below the line up top, then Nurse. Nurse into the corner, then back to Murphy. Connor Murphy behind the net, then back to Doc. Colton Doc to Frederick. Doc in the corner here for Edmonton. Up top, Nurse, a shot. It's blocked through the traffic and cleared back to center. Darnell Nurse holds it here in the Edmonton zone. Nurse back to Murphy. Connor Murphy now will take it through center. He'll backhand it down low into the Anaheim zone. It goes up and out of play. Already about 5.5 minutes gone here in this opening period. Shots are 4-0 in favor of the Oilers. Edmonton still, the expectation is that they are hoping to get back to the Stanley Cup Finals this year. Face-off here at center ice. It'll be Savoy versus Carlson. And off the draw, it's won back by the Ducks. They will dump it down low into the Edmonton zone. Yes, I did, Daniel. Very happy about that. Here's Kreider back to Carlson, battling for now on the right side. Bouchard back over to McDavid. Connor McDavid, cross-ice pass up to Hyman. 3-on-2. Hyman to Bouchard. Bouchard fires it, and that one goes wide of Dostal. Down low in the corner here now, Hyman. Zach Hyman chips it off the boards, then Savoy. Up top then for Ekholm, who will clear it down low. Intercepted by the Ducks. They will try and get it to center. Connor McDavid behind the net. McDavid looks for options. Hyman fires it. That one's blocked through the traffic and goes wide. Killorn will chip it down into the Edmonton zone. Now Bouchard battling for on the right side with Gauthier. Granlund battling for it. Now Killorn behind the net. Alex Killorn tied up there with Dickinson. Bouchard back to Ekholm. Ekholm back over then to Bouchard. Edmonton will regroup. Bouchard will try and clear it down the other way. Anaheim trying to steal that one through center. Seneca into the zone. What a move. Shoots it. And that one goes wide there of Ingram. Mintyukov Back down low behind the net then to Seneca. Dickinson behind the net to Ekholm, who will play this one all the way back to center. Puck will slide into the Anaheim zone. Dostal will play it back to center. Seneca to Paling. Paling a shot. He fans on that puck. Now the Oilers take it back. Roslovic will dump it down low into the Anaheim zone. Puck will slide again as the Ducks clear it back into the Edmonton end. Shots are 5-1 here in favor of Edmonton. A little over 7 minutes gone. McTavish in the corner. Backhand on Ingram is blocked. Rebound's there. Paling up top. Trouba fires it. That one goes wide. Taken back by the Oilers. Here they come the other way. It's breakaway. Podkolzin comes in. Saved by Dostal. What a stop. Vasily Podkolzin, a sudden 1-0 breakaway. And Dostal makes the save. Murphy back to Draisaitl. Draisaitl fires it. It deflects up in the air. And out of play. 12-11 left to go here in this opening period. Shots are 6-1 in favor of the Oilers. But it's a scoreless hockey game so far. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the commentary. We are on the pace to 5,900 subscribers. We are 70 subs away. So be sure to hit the subscribe button down below if you are new. All right. Daniel told me about it, so I need to swap the jerseys really quick. Thank you for reminding me, Daniel. I always forget. Take away the Philly and Pittsburgh jerseys here. Put them there. And we got the vintage Mighty Ducks jersey with a Wayne Gretzky. Look at that. Look at those two jerseys. That's beautiful. Look at that. Pretty nifty there in the background, if I do say so myself. Might have to fix that really quick, but it looks good. 12-11 here to go in this first period. Ducks and Oilers are tied at 0 apiece. Thank you all for your support in the Pittsburgh versus Philadelphia commentary. It is greatly appreciated. As always. Need a fold and read Mighty Ducks jersey. That's Conway. The one I got back there is Conway. All right, back here in Edmonton. Shots are 6-1 in favor of the Oilers. The faceoff coming up here now in the Anaheim zone. The Oilers have put on the pressure these last few minutes. McDavid takes the draw. He loses it to the Ducks. Mintyukov back over to Carlson. John Carlson will get it back to center. Anaheim will pick it up now in the neutral zone. Washi will dump it down low. Yeah, Travis, I did. Here in the corner now with it, Paling. Vale battling forward with McDavid. Moore will chip it off the boards and back down low into the corner. On the right side, Mintyukov up top. Carlson back down low. Carlson another drive. And that one is denied by Ingram. Here comes Edmonton through center. Connor McDavid with speed. McDavid gets around. Carlson a shot. Saved by Dostal. Oh my lord. Back and forth chances. Carlson. Back up to Leo Carlson. John Carlson dumps it down low into the Edmonton zone. Ingram. Back to Nurse. Nurse off the boards then. Ahead to center. McDavid to Nugent Hopkins. Tied up there with Lacombe. Connor Murphy brings it back down low. I don't know. That's up to you, Goku. Here's Roslovic. Fires it wide of Dostal. At the point, Nurse. Behind the net then. Anaheim will take it back to center. No, Jari's the backup, Todd. Offsides here against the Ducks at 10:52. So the Oilers are off to a good start here already. 7 shots. Shots are now 7-2 as Leo Carlson had a great chance, and then McDavid came down the other way. Dostal caught it on the pad. And this game is still scoreless here in this opening period. I think I'm picking the Oilers. Oilers win game 1. We will see, though. What hat am I wearing? Stadium Series hat. Just the normal one I wear typically. Face-off coming up here now. It's outside of the Edmonton zone. Face-off won back by the Oilers. Wallman to Emberson. Emberson will chip it back into the Anaheim zone. No, it's a Charlie Conway Ducks jersey. McTavish pass back all the way down low into the Anaheim zone. Dostal back up top then. Here comes Ryan Poehling. 2-on-2. Poehling fires it on Ingram. He makes the save. Emberson back down low in the corner now for the Oilers. Ty Emberson moves it through center. 3-on-3. Frederick will dump it down low into the Anaheim end. Radko Gudas back now on the right side. Cross ice pass to Granlund. Mikael Granlund will clear it into the Edmonton zone. Ingram back to Nurse. Nurse to Granlund. Down low in the corner, Seneca. Seneca battling forward with Granlund in front. Killorn passes block. Murphy a good block there defensively. Kapanen ahead then for Draisaitl. Draisaitl into the zone, then loops it back around. Backhand pass is broken up, and the Ducks will go forward the other way. It's Granlund trying to get to that puck down low in the Edmonton zone. He'll get there first. Now tied up in the corner here with Murphy. Up top, Trouba to Lacombe. Jackson Lacombe will clear it back behind the net. Darnell Nurse over then for Murphy. Shots are 8-3 in favor of the Oilers. Here's Connor McDavid. McDavid with speed gets around Lacombe. Poke checked away there by Moore. Savoy on the right side, stolen back then by Edmondson. Ducks will take it through center. Vale broken up there by Bouchard. Vale gets a back slap shot on his block. Rebounds in front. They score! It's Tim Washy with the goal. And the Ducks open up the scoring. It's 1-0. And to those who picked Tim Washy as an anytime goal scorer, congratulations. You probably just won a large sum of money. Tim Washy with the first goal for Anaheim in the playoffs in a very long time. Oh, they're challenging this. No, they're challenging this. For sure. This is probably coming back. This is probably going to come back. Goaltender interference, most likely than not. I would be shocked if this doesn't come back. So for now, no goal. Doesn't look like it was even a goal on the play. And they just sent me to commercial break. Awesome. So it looks like it will not count as a goal. Goaltender interference on that play. I think that was pretty obvious too. So Edmonton will take it. And we stay scoreless. Actually want the Ducks to win this series? Really? I mean, you probably do if you're a Wild fan. I would rather play the Ducks than the Oilers if I'm the Wild. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Banger of a game in Carolina. What's the score of that game, actually? Tied 2-2 at the end of, or midway through the first overtime. Wow. Wild and Stars tied 1-1 after 20 minutes of play. Wow. Still a scoreless hockey game here in Edmonton. Tim Washy had a goal, but it was called back due to goaltender interference. And we will still have to wait to see who gets the first goal tonight. That would have been Washi's first career playoff goal. And I'm pretty sure it would have been his first ever Watch with Nordic commentary goal as well. Never had a goal in a commentary stream as Washi. Taking a look at the numbers here. He hasn't even had a point. Face-off outside of the Oilers zone. It's won back by the Ducks. John Carlson dumps it down low into the Edmonton zone. Carlson battling for on the right side then with Wallman. Terry's there as well. Ekholm jabbing at that puck down low. Sam Dickinson behind the net. Bouchard up top to center. Broken up by Mintyukov. Mintyukov now behind the net. Pass over. Goes through the crease. Up top, John Carlson fires it on. It's blocked. Bouchard tries to clear to center. It's kept in by the Ducks and blown dead for a high stick. And Troy Terry not a fan of that call. He will express his concerns to the ref. And the faceoff will come out at center. Cutter Gauthier, Flyers legend. Huh. I guess so. Face-off here now in the neutral zone after Anaheim touched that puck with a high stick. It'll be Killorn versus Draisaitl. Face-off won back by Killorn. Trouba will dump it down low here into the Edmonton zone. Cleared back to center now, Granlund. Off the boards to Trouba. Here comes Alex Killorn back into the zone. Killorn fires it on. It goes up in the air and wide. Leon Draisaitl gets it back then for Edmonton. Edmonton will boost it back to center, capping it off the boards for Wallman, who will dump it down low into the Anaheim zone. Trouba off the boards to center, or at least he tries to get it there. Now the Ducks will regroup. Murphy will dump it down low into the Anaheim zone. Offsides against Edmonton. 7:58 remaining here in period number 1. We are scoreless here from Edmonton so far. Sens are 0-10 when trailing 0-2 in a series. Carolina's 10-2 and leading 2-0. Well, the game's not over yet, right? It still says it's tied 2-2 in OT. Face-off here outside of the Anaheim zone is won back by the Ducks. Mintyukov off the boards to center. Paling to McTavish. McTavish with some room. Fires it on. It's blocked. Mason McTavish below the line. Pass over. It's blocked. Up in the air behind the net then. Gauthier to McTavish. Mason McTavish up top then. Cross-ice pass broken up by the Oilers. Emberson trying to take it the other way. Couldn't control the puck properly. And Paling will try and dump it in there. It's offsides. And the two teams keep on throwing the fisticuffs. The physicality continues here yet again. Tomorrow, we will be live tomorrow for Bruins and Sabres at 7:30 Eastern Time, followed by Kings and Avalanche. That is tomorrow's commentaries here on the channel, so stay tuned for that. That's coming on tomorrow. Again, guys, we will be live every single day. Every single day of the playoffs until next Wednesday. Next Wednesday is my first day off. Kind of. So we'll be live every single day until then. Face-off here outside of the Edmonton zone is won back by Edmonton. Bouchard off the boards to center. Puck will slide down low here into the Anaheim zone. Trouba battling forward then with Savoy. On the right side now, Ducks moving through center. Washi to Vale. Vale will touch it with a high stick. Plays it down low up top. Edmonton intercepts it. At the line, Lacombe gets it right back. Moore, right side, fires it. It's blocked. Bouchard ahead and back down low into the neutral zone. Lacombe will dump it back into the Oilers' end. And a whistle's blown. Yeah, Taco, got to be fair. We got to commentate all of the playoff series. We'll be live for Game 3, though, of that series. We will be live for Game 3 of Wild and Stars. Don't worry. 7:05 left to go. Face-off here at center is one back into the Edmonton zone. Connor Murphy behind the Oilers' net. Off the boards then, Podkolzin battling for it then. Vasily Podkolzin will hold it down low in the Edmonton zone. Cleared off the boards up top, Karlsson. Karlsson on the right side will carry below the line. Pass over is broken up. Gudas, shot on there, goes back into the corner. Karlsson to Hines. Hines will fire it on. It's blocked by Podkolzin. Now Draisaitl back to Nurse. Edmonton trying to play it the other way. Ducks have done a good job at keeping the Oilers in their own zone for these last few minutes. Here's Podkolzin. Up top, shot on there, but Dostella save there. Emberson. Right side to Draisaitl. Draisaitl battling forward here in the corner. Here's Emberson battling forward then with Killorn. Here's Nugent Hopkins. Back over then for Jake Wallman. Here's Wallman holding it now in this neutral zone. Chipped back into the Ducks end. 5:50 to go. Seneca battling forward with Wallman. Puck is cleared back to center. McDavid. Back to Roslovic. Roslovic for Nugent Hopkins. A shot. That one goes wide. It's in the crease. Roslovic. Back to Nugent Hopkins. Nuge a shot. And a good chance there by Dickinson goes wide. Nugent Hopkins down low in the corner, battling forward with Karlsson. Karlsson trying to get it free. In the corner, Nuge now fighting with Mintyukov. Cleared off the boards to center. John Karlsson will dump it into the Edmonton zone. Ekholm regroups here in the Oilers' end. Drops it back to McDavid. Connor McDavid. Down the right side, gets around the D, looks for options, will take it behind the net. Up top, Bouchard, saved by Dostal. Another chance, goes wide. Bouchard at the point. Back over to McDavid, broken up by Anaheim. Moore will chip it off the boards. And back to center. Jackson Lacombe will grab it back in the Anaheim zone, whistle blown dead. For, I believe, a high stick against the Ducks. Shots are 9-4 in favor of the Oilers. We are scoreless with under 5 minutes to go here in period number 1. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. Let's get them Ducks up. What's up, Larry? How we doing? Oh, my voice. I can feel it. Oh, man. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. Nice, Goku. Face-off coming up here now in just a moment. It is still scoreless through about 15 minutes of play. 4:46 remaining. We are a little over 70 subscribers away from 5,900 as well, guys. Hard game for me. Love both these teams. Me too. I enjoy both these teams. I enjoy watching both of them. Shots 9-4 in favor of Edmonton. I believe the faceoff's going to come in the neutral zone. This is the Oilers' 7th straight Stanley Cup final appearance. They have reached the Cup finals the last 2 seasons. The Oilers trying to get back there. Face-off coming up here now in the neutral zone. I believe it's in the neutral zone. Not 100% sure, actually. I don't know. All right, it is. Paling versus Draisaitl. It's won by the Oilers. Here's Nurse. What a move. And he could not gain the puck. Battling for it down low in the corner. Lacombe steals it back. Jackson Lacombe off the boards for Cutter Gauthier. Gauthier intercepted by Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl off the boards, then Podkolzin back to Nurse. Here's Nurse, cross-ice pass in the Kapanen. Draisaitl comes in, fires it wide. Oh, Leon Draisaitl, a great chance. Lacombe battling for it and taken back by Anaheim. Paling will clear it back to center. All the way back into the Edmonton zone. Nurse now regroups with it. Nurse back to McDavid. Over then for Nurse, who will play it to center. Bouchard into the zone, down low to the corner to Hyman. Connor McDavid down low in the corner, fighting for it here with Mintyukov. John Carlson gets it back then for Anaheim. Here's Troy Terry, a 3-on-2. Terry back to Carlson. Carlson brings it in, backhand on, goes wide. Rebound in front, and Kreider couldn't get it on. Up top now, Carlson. Back down low to the Gauthier. Ryan Paling back down low then for Terry. Terry up top, and nobody is there. Puck will slide back to center. Hey, thank you, Juan. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you, dude. Means a lot. Here's Radko Gudas. Back over then to Beckett Seneca. Battling for it down low in the corner with Kapanen. Emberson fighting with Granlund. In the corner now, Jake Wallman will throw this one all the way back to center. Now Gudas battling for it on the right side, still back by the Oilers. Anaheim gets it back before anything becomes of that. Doc in the corner, then back for Killorn. Alex Killorn will clear it here back into the Edmonton zone. Ty Emberson in the Edmonton end. Emberson will drop it back then for Wallman. Wallman to center. Here they come. Dickinson comes in. He scores! Jason Dickinson! What a move! And the Oilers lead 1-0. What a move by Jason Dickinson to come in all alone and get it past Dostal. What a play! What a play by Jason Dickinson. Assist on that goal from Wallman and Emberson. And the Oilers take a 1-0 lead. 2:30 left to go here in this opening period. Here's Jacob Trouba now on the right side, banked back to center. In the Edmonton zone now, Murphy tied up there by Anaheim. Vale battling for it in the corner. Originally, we thought that Anaheim took a 1-0 lead, but now Edmonton gets it. Here's Roslovic, and he's offsides. Jack Roslovic almost had a great chance there. Carolina, Mark Jankowski, overtime winner. The Hurricanes go up 2-0 on the Senators. Wow. So that game concludes from Carolina. They will take a 2-0 series lead. All right, see you, Larry. Let's go, Ducks. Ooh, I forgot my timer was going. Sorry, guys. Face-off here now as Henrique falls onto the ground. Hopefully he's okay. I wasn't paying attention. Hopefully Henrique is okay. He just took a little collision there. He will go to the Edmonton bench and straight to the locker room. Carolina goal being reviewed? Ooh. They might review it for offsides, really? So that game could keep going. 2:09 left to go here in this opening period. Face-off is won by the Oilers. 2-on-2. Nurse fires it wide there of Dostal. On the right side then Kapanen. Draisaitl up to Podkolzin, and a shot saved by Dostal. And play back over to the right side. Carlson. Ahead then for the other Carlson. Now Paling, a bad pass there. He didn't know his surroundings. Podkolzin to Draisaitl up top. Kapanen, a shot save, rebounds there. Jabbing at that puck. They score! Kasperi Kapanen. What a play! And the Oilers lead 2-0. Never back down, never give up. Kasperi Kapanen. Pretty much a minute after Dickinson's. And it's 2-0 Oilers. Kasperi Kapanen assisted by Leon Draisaitl. And welcome back, Leon Draisaitl. A minute 39 to go in the first period. The Oilers have taken a 2-0 lead. Here's McDavid now. McDavid up top to Hyman. Hyman to Ekholm. Hyman behind the net to McDavid. McDavid battling for now with Lacombe. Here come the Ducks now through center. Seneca will clear it back into the Edmonton end. Ekholm back over on the right side now. Anaheim regroups. Seneca will move it through center. Battling for it then with McDavid. Seneca comes into the right side. Fires it into the chest of Connor Ingram with 64 seconds remaining. "60 seconds apart. Dickinson followed by Kapanen. 2-0 lead for the Oilers. And it looks like they have taken away the Carolina goal. Interesting. So that game is still tied at 2. Wow. 1:04 left to go here in the opening period. Shots are 13-3 in favor of the Oilers. Dickinson and Kapanen make it a 2-0 lead for the Oilers. They will kick Draisaitl out of the face-off circle. Coming in then is Hyman. Hyman versus Washi. One back then by the Oilers. Puck is cleared back to center. Back into the Anaheim zone. Icing against the Oilers, and Colton Dach getting into it there with Mintyukov. Not surprised whatsoever. They love to play the physicality. Penalty shot for the Canes? What the hell? There was a penalty shot for Carolina. What the heck? Might have to put that game on here as soon as this one's done. Face off here now in the Edmonton zone. Draisaitl versus Granlund. Off the draw, one back by the Oilers. Darnell Nurse drops it back for Murphy. Last minute of play here in this opening period. Puck is cleared all the way back down low into the Ducks' end. John Carlson back over to Mintyukov. 40 seconds to go. Now Draisaitl regrouping with it down low. Murphy. Connor Murphy will chip it off the boards. Now Granlund up top to Killorn. Alex Killorn down low for Nurse. Thrown back to center, then with it is Trouba. Back to Lacombe. 20 seconds to go here in this opening period. Dickinson. Back to Murphy. Murphy over then for Frederick. Lacombe steals it back then for the Ducks. Dickinson will clear it to center with 10 to go. Anaheim will dump it back in. Oilers get it back. They will bank it to center. And that will do it for period number 1. End of 20 minutes here in Edmonton. The Oilers have taken a 2-0 lead over the Anaheim Ducks. And that being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We will be back for period number 2 momentarily. What do you say, guys? Do we commentate Canes and Sens? What do you say? What do you say? Should we do it? Sean Walker will dump it down low into the Ottawa zone. Montempalo. Behind the net then to Sanderson. Claude Giroux will take it back then for Ottawa. Cleared back into the Carolina zone. Now Jalen Chatfield. Cross ice pass. Here comes Carolina. Aho fires it off the side of the net and wide. On the right side, then Aho battling for with Sanderson. Jake Sanderson here behind the net. Over then for Stützle. Canes try and clear to center. Stützle's got some room. Stützle comes into the zone. Poke checked away. What a poke by Chatfield. Here come the Canes. Svechnikov, cross-ice pass, and they're offsides. And Svechnikov is not happy about that at all. Oh my goodness. Svechnikov is pissed. Oh my goodness. Svechnikov was pissed off of that. 1:54 to go in the first overtime. Stankoven versus Eller. Faceoff is won back then by the Sens. Pinto in his own zone. Now moves it through center. Backhanded off the boards. This whole Kane Stadium is still on their feet. Jackson Blake. Intercepted by Ottawa. Amadio broken up then by the Sens. Canes forced to regroup. At center now. Just kind of a back and forth here. Time winding down. Ottawa claims the puck. Fogle into the zone. Warren Fogle with some room. Fires it. He fumbled the puck. Rebounds there. Amadio a chance. And he couldn't get it on. Carolina will clear it back to center. Montemalo now back down low here on the right side. Ottawa down to basically their last defenseman. Cleared into the Carolina zone. Sean Walker. Last minute of play here in overtime. Stützle will regroup now in the Ottawa zone. Montemalo off the boards then for Tkachuk. Will backhand it down low into the Carolina end. Jordan Martinook on the right side battling for it then alongside Stützle. Batherson down low, intercepted by the Canes. 35 seconds to go. Svechnikov will dump it down low into the Ottawa zone. Sanderson behind the Ottawa net. Jake Sanderson here, chip to center. Canes will get it back. Svechnikov battling for it with Sanderson. Huge hit down low in the corner. 20 seconds left to play. Spence off the boards for Cousins. Cleared all the way back into the Carolina zone. 10 seconds left. Giroux gets to it first. He's knocked off the puck by Walker. Miller back to Greg. Greg battling for it down low. It's cleared by the Canes. And all the way back to center. And that will do it for the first overtime in Carolina. So 80 minutes is not enough in Carolina. They will get double overtime for the first time this season. Wow. What a sequence of events. Oh my goodness. So double overtime in Carolina. After Mark Jankowski scored the overtime winner, they blew it off for an offsides. And the penalty shot on Martinook. And Ullmark made the save. Wow. What a remarkable night so far. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Why is that laggy? Subscribe down below if you're new. Sorry about that. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the commentary. My voice is killing me right now. This game is sick. I love hockey. Yeah, all these games are nuts, dude. This is why we love hockey. You're damn right. Well, if that game's still going by the time we're done here, we can go back to that. But we will continue on with our regularly scheduled intermission program. So again, Philadelphia beat Pittsburgh 3-0 in a shutout. Dallas is up 2-1 on Minnesota right now. Canes and Sens are tied and 2-0 lead for the Oilers. What a phenomenal night of hockey here so far in the playoffs. And who doesn't love the playoffs, baby? Who doesn't love it? All right, gonna add some commentary clips. Really quick. Gonna do the Kapanen goal. Maybe I'll do the Dickinson goal too. Stick around, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Tomorrow, Sabres and Bruins, followed by Kings and Avalanche. That is all coming up tomorrow here on the broadcast. Surroundings. Podkol's in the dry saddle up top. Kapanen a shot. Save rebounds there. Jabbing on that puck. They score! Kasperi Kapanen. What a play! And the Oilers lead 2-0. 2-0. 2-0. All right. Never back down, never give up. Kasperi Kapanen. Peds are not loving playoffs this year. Nope. Never give up. Pens are not loving the playoffs this year. You're right about that. All right. Update that here super quickly. So, yeah, we'll be live tomorrow as well. Be sure to stay tuned for that. I appreciate all you guys tuning into the commentary. It's greatly appreciated. We got 2 more periods, maybe more. Again, if those games are in overtime when we're done, we will go to those. That happened last year. Oh, my goodness. Got 70 people in here. So we'll be live for Game 3 of Wild and Stars. For those Wild and Stars fans in here, we'll be live for Game 3 of that. Decided to do Oilers and Ducks tonight. We'll be live for Game 3 and Game 4, actually. With the way the schedule is, we'll be live for those. So, stay tuned for that. All right, there we go. What's the longest game I've ever commentated? That's a great question. So all time, not watched with Nordic history, but all time on my channel was Penguins Rangers back in 2022. All time and watch with Nordic is round 4, game 2 of Oilers versus Panthers. That game went to, I think, double overtime or triple overtime. It was 4.5 hours I was live for. I have never been live for, I've only been live more than 4 hours once. For a single stream once. So it's pretty rare. Looking at my stats here on my screen of that. All right. Putting in the Kapanen goal onto the channel real quick. A lot of penalties in that Stars Wild game. Yeah, Taco. I've noticed that. It's probably cold as heck at that watch party there in Ottawa. All right, there we go. That is done. Still stunned of the not OT goal, the penalty shot from the Sens game. Yeah, David. That was a nuts ending to that. And that's what's great about hockey. Do I like the Stars 99 jerseys? Yeah, I love them. They're so cool. Yeah, they're very nice. I love them. That is Jason Dickinson's first watch with Nordic point and goal, actually. There's a first for everything. Becomes the 750th different player to score a goal or a point in a commentary. It's pretty nifty there. Just updating my stat sheet here really quick, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Stick around here for the second period coming up in about 6 minutes or so. And stay tuned for after the games tonight for a recap. We will recap. Oh, Ty Emberson first point too. We'll recap the games. Think they need to make a home away. They switched when Reebok took over because the jersey set after early 2000. Yep, they should do that. I agree. Yep, new bottle. It's almost out, actually. Almost out of water in it. So, yep. I keep scrolling away. Ty Emberson. That's Kapanen's 5th goal on a live stream. All right, got about 5 minutes here till period number 2. All right. Nice. Yeah, that'll be a good card. All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom really quick, guys. Getting ready for the second period. I will be right back.
Edmonton and Anaheim on ESPN U. They'll play the second period. The Oilers leading still 2-0. ESPN 2, stay right where you are. Ottawa and don't go anywhere. On ESPN 2 with a double.
Alrighty, everyone, I have returned. Sorry about that. Period number 2 coming up in just a moment. Like those Stars jerseys, but I don't like teams wearing alternates in the playoffs at all, personally. They should be their homes. Pittsburgh wore their alternates as well I'm pretty sure those are their alternates. All right. Oops. Alrighty, everyone, let's get ready for the start of period number 2 between the Edmonton Oilers and the Anaheim Ducks. First period recap, goals were scored by Jason Dickinson and Kasperi Kapanen, making it a 2-0 lead for the Edmonton Oilers after 20 minutes of play. Taking a look at your stats through 20, shots were 14-4 in favor of the Oilers. Faceoffs were 58% in favor of the Oilers as well. Hits were 26-12 in favor of Edmonton, and blocked shots were 8-5 in favor of the Ducks. Period number 2, getting ready to get started here. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Face-off here now is won by Anaheim as the second period is underway. Terry battling for on the right side now with Nugent Hopkins. Grabbed back then by the Oilers on the right side. Ducks will try and clear it to center. Carlson to Lacombe. Lacombe comes in. Carlson a shot. Save rebounds there. They score! The first goal in nearly 8 years for the Ducks in the playoffs. And it's Troy Terry who gets the goal. It's 2-1. Well, that's a pretty nice start to the second period, eh? And literally off the draw, Troy Terry puts it past Connor Ingram on the 5th shot of the game. And a nice little rebound there for Terry. Ingram nearly got back in time, but not enough. Anaheim has cut the lead in half. So a 2-1 lead here for the Oilers as Terry cuts it in half. His first goal of the playoffs, assisted by Carlson and Lacombe. Icing a 1932 here against the Oilers. Against the Oilers. The first goal in nearly 8 years in the playoffs for the Ducks. Troy Terry. And it went off of Ingram skating into the back of the net. He nearly got there in time to make the save. It was just a second later. He would have made that stop, but sadly could not get there in time. Face-off here now in the Edmonton zone is won back by the Oilers. Ducks will keep it in the zone. On the right side, Savoy. Intercepted by McDavid, who can't control the puck. And an icing here against the Oilers once again. Connor McDavid nearly got down the other way to put that puck into the back of the net, but sadly, he could not get all the way there. Anaheim has 26 comeback wins this year. Face-off coming up here now in the Edmonton zone. Double overtime from Carolina is underway. If that game is still going on once we're done with this, we will go over to that. Face off in the Edmonton zone, won by the Ducks. Carlson fires it down there, and that one goes wide. Matthias Ekholm battling for with Savoy on the right side. Ekholm back to Terry. Troy Terry here now down low. Ekholm battling for with Terry down low. McTavish is there as well. Terry on the right side. Ekholm played back ahead, then kept in the zone by Anaheim. McTavish to Terry. Terry down low, then taken back by Edmonton. Puck will slide through the crease of Connor Ingram. Bouchard off the boards, now battling for McTavish, takes it back. Carlson into the zone. Carlson comes in, and that one goes off an Oiler and wide. Bouchard carried to center, broken up then by Anaheim. Killorn into the zone, battling for it then with Bouchard. He's knocked down to the ground. Ekholm will dump it around the right side to center. Tyson Hines will get it back then for the Ducks and regroup on his own end. About 2 minutes gone here in the second period. The Oilers lead the Ducks 2-1. Jake Wallman comes through center off the boards to Draisaitl. Draisaitl loops it back around up top. Emberson fires it. Saved by Dostal through all the traffic. And no rebound allowed there by Dostal either. Pretty nifty save. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. Pretty good stream so far. Pretty good crowd of people in here. Got about 60 people watching this one. Not too bad. Face-off one back by Anaheim. They will clear it to center. Moore battling for it then with Wallman. On the right side, bank back down low into the Edmonton zone. Podkolzin over then for Wallman. Jake Wallman regrouping with it now, battling for it in the corner then. Lacombe intercepted by the Oilers. And a whistle blown dead here as the pushing and shoving continues. Podkolzin getting into it there with Vale. Somehow there have been no penalties so far. And it looks like we're going to get one here. It's going to be Jake Wallman for the Oilers, and Anaheim will go to the power play. A massive chance here for the Ducks to tie up the game. Now, we previewed this series today here on the channel. That series preview is currently out and released today. Anaheim's power play ranked 24th in the NHL in the regular season. The Oilers' penalty kill was ranked 21st. Looking at my numbers here really quick. In the Anaheim zone, here's Carlson. Carlson will drop it back then to Terry. Troy Terry into the zone, fires it. That one goes back down low behind the net. Nurse battling with Carlson. John Carlson down low, thrown back up top. John Carlson back to Granlund. Granlund to Leo Carlson. Granlund in front, denied there by Ingram. Leo Carlson on the right side. In the Edmonton zone, cycling the puck, shot on, save, rebounds there. Jabbing at it on Ingram, but he makes the save. And Darnell Nurse throws a little punch to Carlson in the face. Anaheim did not like that, and they will retaliate. Good chances here for Anaheim. They got a couple of shots off here already. Shots are 15-8 in favor of the Oilers. As we expected, there's pretty much more goals than shots per 10. A minute 16 to go on the Anaheim power play. Face-off is a tie-up then. It's won by the Oilers. Ingram has not to play. It'll clear it the other way. What a play by Connor Ingram. Oh, my goodness. Back down low now into the Anaheim zone. Jackson Lacombe off the boards for Carlson. Leo Carlson up top to Killorn. Killorn to Carlson. Fed back up, then slowed back by McDavid. Here's McDavid. He'll come through the D. And the puck is poke checked away. Oilers are off sides. They'll backhand it back down low into the Anaheim zone. Lacombe Off the boards then for Cutter Gauthier. Gauthier to Killorn. Alex Killorn up top to Lacombe. Jackson Lacombe at the point here for Anaheim. McTavish, cross-ice pass broken up then by Edmonton. Here comes Darnell Nurse. 3-on-2. Nurse fires in and that one goes wide of Dostal. Anaheim now will carry it through center. Paling to McTavish. Up top Lacombe. Back down low McTavish in front. Killorn a chance there denied by Ingram. McTavish up top. Intercepted by McDavid. Here's McDavid. Shorthanded McDavid comes in. Saved by Dostal. Connor McDavid got around the D. And the Oilers have killed off this power play. Phenomenal kill by Edmonton. Carlson in his own net. Pass up top then to Kreider. Kreider will drop it back then to Lacombe. Cleared back down low into the Edmonton zone. Stolen back by the Ducks. Here's Terry. A shot, team rebounds there. They score! The Ducks have tied the game. It's Leo Carlson. The first goal of his career in the playoffs. From down 2-0, these pesky Ducks have come back here in the second. And it only took them a little less than 5 minutes. Leo Carlson, his first career playoff goal. And Anaheim has tied the game here in the second period. 2 goals on 9 shots. Not great numbers there for Connor Ingram. Lacombe over on the right side then for Moore. Played ahead then. Dumped into the zone by Washi. Ingram out of his net to play that puck. Wallman behind the net back to Washi. Puck's in front. He deflects away there into the corner. Vale battling for on the right side with Wallman. Getting to it as well as Draisaitl. Anaheim now regroups in their own end. Down low, Trouba. Trouba deflected up in the air. And back into the Edmonton zone. Emberson. Back to Wallman. Jake Wallman now will regroup here in the Edmonton end. Wallman now with speed will move it through center. Back over to Podkolzin. Podkolzin down low then, battling for it on the right side. Ekholm will slap shot it down low into the Anaheim zone. Savoy back on the right side. Granlund cleared back to center. Down low here in the Edmonton zone. Matthias Ekholm will get it to center. Connor McDavid battling for it on the right side. Vale steals it back. Whistle blown dead. And we have a penalty coming up against the Ducks. It's going to be on Killorn. It's a tripping call yet again. And the Oilers, with the best power play in the National Hockey League heading into tonight, will get their first power play of the Stanley Cup playoffs. This is huge. This is absolutely huge. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream. It helps out with the engagement. Face-off is won back by the Oilers. Bouchard up top then. Back down low to McDavid. Battling for it then with Mintyukov. Cleared up top then Bouchard. Over then for Nugent Hopkins. Bouchard at the point. Over to McDavid. Down low Draisaitl. Draisaitl up top. Puck deflects in the crease. Jabbing at that puck. And stolen back by Anaheim. They will clear it back to center. Bouchard in his own end for Edmonton. Drops it back to McDavid. Connor McDavid back to Nugent Hopkins. Intercepted by Anaheim. They force him back to center. Good play there by Anaheim. Bouchard to McDavid. McDavid gets into the zone. He's offsides. Oh, man. An update on the other games currently going on. Stars and Wild is 2-1 after 40 minutes of play. Sens and Hurricanes is in double overtime. Nearly halfway through. That'd be nuts, Hockey and Gaming. It would be nuts. We'll see, though. If it is, we'll go live for it. Face-off here, one back by the Oilers. Bouchard to McDavid. Connor McDavid up top then for Draisaitl. Down low, Nugent-Hopkins. Pass in front, and Draisaitl fires it wide. McDavid intercepted by Anaheim. They will chip it back into the Oilers zone. Draisaitl over then for Hyman. Draisaitl cross-ice pass. McDavid carries it into the zone. Broken up by Anaheim. They will clear it the other way. Anaheim's PK was worse than the Oilers. It was 25th in the NHL. And they're killing off the number one power play so far. McDavid down the right side through center. Broken up by the Ducks. Carlson will dump it down the other way. It'll slide in there on Ingram. Here is Bouchard. Evan Bouchard now holds it in his own end. Will drop it back for McDavid. Connor McDavid through center. Broken up by Anaheim again. Paling will clear it to center. What a kill by the Ducks. They haven't given the Oilers anything. 10 seconds to go. Ekholm gets it back for Edmonton. Podkolzin down the right side through center. Broken up by the Ducks defense. A much better period here by Anaheim. No shots on that last power play. Carlson ahead for Kreider. Kreider will dump it down low here into the Oilers zone. Carlson battling for it then with Ekholm. Wallman behind the net. Right side up top to Leo Carlson. Leo Carlson into the zone. Up top to Gudas, a shot. And into the glove of Connor Ingram. 11:30 left to go here in the second period. 8.5 minutes gone. We are tied at 2. The first 2 playoff goals for Anaheim in the last 8 years. Still tied. The Ducks did a good job at clearing the puck out of the zone, Shadow. They gave him nothing. They really didn't give him anything at all. It was a well-played penalty kill. Carolina and Ottawa still tied at 2 apiece. That game may never end. That game may never end. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. Second period here, we're tied at 2. Troy Terry and Leo Carlson make it a 2-2 game. Shots are 18-10 in favor of the Oilers. Take a look at the goaltender stats here. You start off on Anaheim side. Dostal, 16 saves on 18 shots. .889 save percentage. Connor Ingram, 8 saves on 10 shots. .800. Not a pretty game there for Ingram so far. But no goalie is pretty at Edmonton, let's be real. Or at least his numbers aren't. I'll say that. At least his numbers aren't. I will tell you that. Ducks ate up the middle of the ice, giving the Oilers no time to set up. Yep. They did a great job at it. That's what you got to do, honestly. If you clear the middle, it makes it hard for them to break it in. Face-off here now in the Edmonton zone is won by the Ducks. Gauthier to Gudas. A shot on there is blocked. Connor Murphy will clear it back to center. Gudas battling for it with Doc. Dickinson on the right side fighting now with Paling. Here comes Anaheim now through center. McTavish to Paling. Paling fires it on that one's blocked. Edmonton will grab it now and carry it through center. Dickinson over then for Podkolzin, battling for it down low. Hines off the boards. And all the way back to center. Here come the Ducks the other way. Granlund battling for it then with Doc. Colton Doc down low in the corner. Gauthier takes it back for Anaheim. It's cleared back to center. Racing for it back down low into the Anaheim zone was Draisaitl. Seneca takes in the zone. What a move there. Poke checked away. Killorn the rebound. And that one goes up and out of play. Yeah, 10:36 to go. These two teams, again, definitely polarizing sides of the aisle. Edmonton looking to get back to the Stanley Cup final for the third straight year and this time win the damn thing. While Anaheim is just happy to be here, to be honest with you. Ducks are being out-muscled, yep. Face-off is won by the Ducks. Shut on there is denied by Ingram. Draisaitl. Ahead then for Kapanen. Kapanen will dump it down low here into the Anaheim zone. Carlson to the right side. Intercepted by Edmonton at center. Emberson. Off the boards then. Kapanen to Draisaitl. Draisaitl fires it. Blocked. Rebounds over by Colson and broken up by the Oilers, who will clear it back into the Edmonton zone. Emberson behind his own net, back for Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl carries it through center halfway through the game in the period. Killorn to Seneca. Pass over is blocked. Great block there by Wallman. Podkolzin will poke check it ahead. Anaheim regroups now in their own end. Granlund trying to jab at that puck there. It's thrown back to center. Trouba off the board to Seneca. Shoots it. Saved by Ingram. Edmonton battling forward here now on the right side. Trouba back to Emberson. Anaheim gets it back to center. Seneca gets it around. He'll look for options now. Seneca breaks it into the zone. Seneca pass in front. Killorn shot save. Rebounds there. And cleared away. Up top, Lacombe gets it back then for Anaheim. Battling forward in the corner with Emberson. Joining him is Granlund. Granlund back to Lacombe. Lacombe battling forward with McDavid down low on the right side. Up top, Trouba. Trouba will dump it behind the Edmonton net. Emberson. Back to McDavid. Cleared away then for Savoy, who nearly got sent on a breakaway the other way, but it was broken up. Cleared back into the Edmonton zone. Bouchard and Vale. It's an icing against the Ducks. Now 8:50 remaining here. Again, Carolina and Ottawa is still in double overtime. Could that game go on further? We will find out. It's almost midnight here on the East Coast, and that game is still going on. Face-off in the Anaheim zone, won back by the Oilers. Bouchard to McDavid. McDavid fires it, deflected in the air, and out of play. Good deflection there by Washi. Sends off the crossbar. Oh, boy. All right, we will step aside. Period number 2. Oilers and Ducks tied at 2. 2-2-2. 2-2 through 2. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the commentary. We got 70 people here in the chat. It's great to see. Glad to see everybody here having a good time. Hope you guys are having a good day so far. Again, if this game is over before the other games are, we'll go live for them. Minnesota and Dallas is 2-1 Dallas after 40 minutes of play from that game. And don't forget, once all the games are done, we will do a top performers and a recap of all the games. So stay tuned for that later on today. Tomorrow, Sabres, Bruins, Avalanche, Kings here on the channel as well. Wednesday, Flyers versus Penguins, Game 3. The Flyers looking to go up 3-0 in that series. And then after that, Wild and Stars. Thank you, Juan. And then streams on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then the following week as well. Throwback to 2017. When these two teams faced off back in 2017, Corey Perry with that game-winning goal to win the game in Game 7. Anaheim's 15th playoff experience now, and Carolina wins it again. OT winner for Carolina. Oh, look at that. Who was it? Face-off here in the Anaheim zone, won by the Ducks. Trouba in the Anaheim zone will carry it now through center. Back over to Washi. Washi carries it now below the line. Battling forward here with Ekholm. Washi fighting with Ekholm here now on the right side. Gauthier. Back down low here now for McTavish. Nugent Hopkins battling forward as well. Gauthier. Up top to Carlson. Cleared around then behind the net. Connor McDavid getting to it on the right side. Puck in front there, cleared away by Edmonton. Here's Evan Bouchard. He'll dump it down low into the Anaheim zone. Carlson will bank this one off the boards. McDavid keeps it in for Edmonton. Connor McDavid up top. Shot on there. Saved by Dostal, who will cover up. So a 3-2 win for Carolina in overtime. It's Logan Stankoven. Or no, it's Jordan Martinook. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong guy. Jordan Martinook from Ehlers and Miller wins the game in double overtime for the Hurricanes. And they go up 2-0 on the Sens. Face-off in the Anaheim zone is won back by the Ducks. Here they come the other way. Lacombe to Seneca. Shoots it into the... I thought it was on Ingram and went wide. And out of play. Nine-shot period here for Anaheim in this second period. Got to beat Pittsburgh first. Stephen. For those who are wondering, we'll be live for Game 3 of Hurricanes Sens and Game 4. Face-off here in the Edmonton zone is won by the Oilers. Murphy off the boards back to center. I think Tampa does. I think Tampa ties it. Trouba will try and clear it back to center. Podkolzin off the boards, then will backhand it down low into the Anaheim zone. Now Trouba battling forward here on the right side. Draisaitl dumps it around the Anaheim net. Lacombe fighting with Kapanen. Puck is cleared back to center then. Now Darnell Nurse will dump it down low and on Dostal, who will play it back for Lacombe. Lacombe over then for Trouba. Broken away then by the Oilers. Down low now with it is Kapanen. Jake Wallman. Chipped off the boards then. Stolen back by the Ducks, who will clear it back into the Edmonton zone. Slides in there on Ingram. Played away then for Wallman. Shots are 21-13 in favor of Edmonton. Less than 7 minutes to go here in this second period. We are still tied at 2 apiece. For those who are just joining us, welcome. Oilers and Ducks is tied 2-2. Dickinson and Kapanen made it 2-0 Oilers after the end of 1. And then Anaheim comes back in this period. Troy Terry and Leo Carlson make it a 2-2 hockey game. Ducks are putting up a fight. You read about that, buddy? Literally, buddy. Puck is dumped back down low here into the Anaheim zone. Ekholm. Back over then for Doc. Cleared to center. 6.5 minutes to go here in this second period. On the right side, Bouchard to Doc. Doc fires it. Saved by Dostal, who's been pretty solid tonight. Despite allowing 2 goals, he's played well. So that leaves 2 games here currently going on. Stars and Wild is a 2-1 lead for the Stars after 40 minutes of play in that game. We'll see if that takes overtime. Obviously, earlier on today, Philadelphia, we live streamed that game. They beat Pittsburgh by a score of 3-0. It was a well-played game. It was a fun game, too. Face-off here now in the Anaheim zone. One back by the Ducks in their own end. Trouba off the boards to center. Moore Battling for it then with Ekholm. Cleared off the boards. Bouchard around to the right side. Here's Connor McDavid. McDavid with some room. Fires it, and that one goes wide of Dostal. Bouchard. Back down low. Battling for it on the right side. Then Moore will clear it up top. Ekholm keeps it in. Fires it wide. Bouchard. Back to McDavid. McDavid pass over to him. Hyman is broken up. Oilers keep on the pressure. Ekholm shoots it. And through the traffic, it's blocked. Mintyukov for Moore. Moore will try and chip it down low. Edmonton will get it back. McDavid, broken up by Anaheim. Here's McTavish, 1-0, comes in, saved by Ingram. What a stop by Connor Ingram. All of a sudden, Mason McTavish on a 1-0 breakaway. But the save there by Ingram and the fights ensue. Coach Q knows what he's doing. Yep, you're right about that. 5:36 left to go. There's going to be some penalties here assessed after this altercation. Down low, looks like Darnell Nurse will go to the box. It looks like that's the only penalty on this. Is this a Ducks power play? It will be. Anaheim power play coming up for the second time here tonight. They were unable to convert on the first one. We'll see if they can get this one. And we will step aside. 2-2. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement. Brings more people into the wonderful commentary. For those who are wondering our timeline to be live for this series, we will be live for games 1 and 4. This is a series that kind of gets screwed over a little bit, unfortunately. I'll think about it, though. Maybe I'll change my schedule around. But Mammoth and Golden Knights and Oilers and Ducks are going to get a little bit screwed over. They may only have like 2 games covered in the first 4. Canes have the scent and the camel clutch. Yes, sir, they do. So we'll see what happens there. It's interesting what is going to happen in the Eastern Conference. Carolina leading Ottawa 2-0 and Philadelphia leading Pittsburgh 2-0. Very interesting. Game 3 for both will be very, very intriguing. Game 3 of Pittsburgh-Philadelphia on Wednesday. It'll be in Philadelphia. We'll be live for it here on the channel. And Game 3 of Ottawa-Carolina also on Thursday. And you bet we'll be live for that too. Playoff hockey, the place to be. This is so much fun. Power play coming up here now for the Ducks. They are 0 for 1 on their previous power play. We will see how they do on this one. Face-off with Anaheim. Terry, a shot there. They score! Troy Terry right off the draw. And the Ducks have taken the 3-2 lead. Right off the power play, they have come back from down 2-0. And now they lead 3-2. Right off the draw, Carlson to Terry, who wires it past Connor Ingram. And the Ducks have the go-ahead goal. 3 goals on 15 shots. It's 3-2. Oh my is right, JJ. Oh my is right. This young group of vagabonds here from Anaheim has silenced the mighty Edmonton crowd. Troy Terry, his second career playoff goal in his playoff debut. Anaheim leads 3-2 here late in the second period. Dostal will clear that one out of play. Interesting. So the Ducks now have a power play goal here in 5 straight games is what I heard. And right off the draw, too. Nice. Take a look at the goaltender stats. Connor Ingram, 8-13. 13 saves on 16 shots. Not really what the doctor ordered there for Ingram. Face off here now in the Anaheim zone. It is won back by the Ducks. Jackson Lacombe will try and flick it to center. Podkolzin. Back to Lacombe. Lacombe battling for it down low. Kapanen. Up top to Nurse's shot. That one is blocked. Here comes Anaheim the other way. Vale will dump it down low into the Edmonton zone. Murphy off the boards back over to Nurse. Puck will slide back to the right side. Then Oilers get it back. Podkolzin with speed now down the right side. Podkolzin will chip it here into the Anaheim zone. Mintyukov off the boards to Killorn. Seneca through center. Circles back around. Will chip it around behind the net. Then Bouchard dodges the hit from Killorn. Shot on there by Ingram. Goes wide. Seneca back to Ekholm, who will try and clear it away. Good job by Anaheim. They're keeping the pressure. They're not giving the Oilers any room, really. Ekholm to Draisaitl. Oilers gain the zone. Kapanen a shot. Saved by Dostal. There's the other factor of it, too. Mintyukov off the boards. Broken up then by Edmonton. McDavid behind the net. Pass in front. Broken up. It's in the crease. Saved by Dostal, who gets it with the glove. Ducks goal scorers in playoff debuts heading into tonight. It was Paul Kariya and Rick Jackman, who were the only two players to score in their playoff debut before Leo Carlsson and Terry tonight. And a penalty coming up here. And I think it's a power play for the Oilers, if I heard that correctly. 4:06 left to go in the second period. The Oilers will get a power play here. Alex Killorn to the box for slashing. And a big opportunity here for the Oilers in the man advantage. Face off here now is a tie-up in the Anaheim zone. One back by the Oilers. Nugent Hopkins to Bouchard. Nuge down low to McDavid. McDavid passes up top. Broken up by the Ducks defense. Kept in the zone though. McDavid to Draisaitl. Draisaitl then up top to Bouchard. Bouchard to Draisaitl. McDavid below the line. Draisaitl in front. Save. Rebounds there. Jabbing at that puck. It's in the crease and carried away. Draisaitl behind the net. Then back to McDavid. McDavid comes in to Bouchard, who doesn't fire it. Now they'll set up again. McDavid on the right side. Pass over. Draisaitl fumbled the shot. Taken back then by Anaheim. They will clear it down the other way. And a frustrated Edmonton Corp as a whistle was blown down. I think that puck went out of play before it went back into the Edmonton zone. That's why they blew it dead. A frustrated group of Oilers here. They had 2 goals in the final seconds of that first period. Now they can't really seem to get anything going. Face-off coming up here now at center. 3:26 to go, a minute 20 to go on the power play. Draisaitl here versus Poehling. Face-off is won back by the Ducks. Poehling will dump it down low into the Edmonton zone. Bouchard behind the Oilers' net. Bouchard back over then for Nuge. What's up, Ma? Here's Hines. Trying to clear that one for Anaheim. Draisaitl up top to Bouchard halfway through the power play. McDavid down to the right side. Connor McDavid below the line. Passing for Draisaitl. And that one goes wide. Oh, man. 8th game in 48 hours. Bear with me. Tyson Hines down low for Anaheim. Will clear it all the way back into the Edmonton zone. Bouchard behind his net now for the Oilers. Shots are 25-16. 30 seconds to go. Nuge to McDavid. Broken up by Anaheim. Trouba will take it back and clear down the other way. Connor Ingram will give it up then to McDavid. One last chance on the power play. McDavid down the right side to Draisaitl. Draisaitl up top then to Bouchard. Bouchard back over to McDavid. McDavid to Bouchard up top. Bouchard to McDavid. Back to Draisaitl. Passes blocked. Bouchard up top. Shot on goes high above Dostal. And the power play's over. Here's Killorn out of the box. Pass back over then for Washi. Killorn fires it. That one deflected in the air. And out of play. It is stuck in the netting. With less than 2 minutes to go. Edmonton known for choking. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. We are less than 70 subs away from 5,900. Shots 25-16 in favor of the Oilers. Dickinson versus Carlson. The face-off is won by Anaheim. Terry, pass over. And another chance in front, directed out of the air, and Nurse will play it away. Carlson on the point route will fire it on. It's blocked. John Carlson back in the corner. Murphy getting it back then for the Oilers. Trent Frederick intercepted by Anaheim. Oilers get it right back. Here they come. Dickinson will dump it down low. Now Lacombe battling for on the right side. Stolen back then by John Carlson. John Carlson to center. Stolen back then by the Oilers. Trent Frederick down low in the corner for Jackson Lacombe. Colton Dock here now on the right side, fighting with Carlson down low as well. Terry trying to get it to center. McTavish over to Lacombe. Lacombe will dump it down low here into the Edmonton zone. Ekholm back off the boards. Oilers will clear it to center. Last minute of play in period number 2. Here's Trouba. Chipped off the boards then for Cutter Gauthier. Haven't seen a lot of him tonight. Gauthier. Up top then, digging into the zone is Zellweger. That one's broken up. Gauthier. Battling for it then with Ekholm. Taken back then by Roslovic. Back over to Savoy. Cross ice pass. Here come the Oilers the other way. Nurse to Kapanen. Back to Nurse. Backhand on save. It's in the crease. And then really had a good chance there, but there was nobody there for the rebound. Roslovic to Nurse. Back down low, Kapanen. Kapanen to Bouchard in the final seconds. Oilers trying to set up here. Kapanen up top to Nurse. Back to Kapanen. Nurse at the point. Down low to Bouchard. A shot. It's blocked. Rebounds there. Gauthier gets it back. The Ducks will try and clear. Bouchard pass over. It comes out of the zone. And that'll do it. End of period number 2. I almost said 3. End of period number 2. Troy Terry with 2 goals in that second period. And the Oilers have blown a 2-0 lead, and the Ducks lead it by a goal, heading into a very interesting third period coming up. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We will be back for period number 3 momentarily. I'm out of water. Or I guess I should say I am out of water in this jug. We got a case of plastic water here now. Some close calls, and then we'll lead into that last shot. Yep. Good chances for both sides for sure, but Anaheim was the better team in that period. They outshot the Oilers 13-12. All right. I am going to go to the bathroom real quick, guys. I will be right back.
No doubt. Coming up, the Discover second intermission report. We look back at first couple periods. Where's the nightcap? Nightcap? That's dangerous. That's going to be very nice. And the double overtime, CP and Raleigh was out of control. See you all in the crease.
Probably 2,500, 3K. Around there unless it goes to OT. Alrighty, I have returned. Sorry about that, guys. I had to use the bathroom really quick. McDavid, so many turnovers during the last power play. Yeah, he did. You're right on that. You are right on that for sure. So a 3-2 hockey game after 40 minutes of play in favor of Anaheim. Shots are 26-17. Lucas Dostal having himself a good night here so far. Especially in that second period, he played pretty well. Anybody who's wondering about my voice, still dragging. I'm doing okay, though. Tomorrow, Sabres, Bruins, Avalanche, Kings. Should be a fun day of hockey again tomorrow. As always. And we'll see if I have a voice by then. We will see. I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight, though. Oh, man, I'm going to sleep so good. Telling you that right now, I will sleep incredible tonight. Water and Halls, yep. Should get some cough drops, even though I'm not like sick, or I'm not sick. Could help out with the sore throat. I might do that. When do the Habs play again? Tomorrow. Habs play tomorrow, but we're not streaming the Habs tomorrow, sadly. Again, if the game goes to overtime and we're there for it, we will. But we will not be live for that game tomorrow. We'll be live for games 3 and 4 of that series. We'll be live on Friday for game 3 and Saturday for game 4. Or Sunday for game 4. And then I'm waiting to see what our game 5 schedule is going to be, because again, some of the games we don't even know if they will happen with the way the playoffs are going this year. I have to look. I know for sure we'll probably be live for Mammoth and Golden Knights game 4 on Monday, or on next Monday. But there may not be any other games that day, because Ottawa and Carolina, that's a 2-0 lead for Carolina. Pittsburgh and Philly, that's 2-0 lead for Pittsburgh. So I don't know. We'll see. I imagine there's no way both those series are sweeps, right? Like, you got to think at least one of those teams is going to win a game in that series, or one of those series. So I'm not too worried about it. Oh my God. Bathroom break, yep. Bathroom break. Ugh. Man.
Carlo in the chat asked me directly a question. No disrespect to you. I'll go for it. But Giancarlo in the chat asked, Sid, you've been in scrums with Matt Sundin. I have. What was he like? Seems like a no-brainer to hire the beloved former captain who already knows the market. Here's the one thing I'll always say about Matt Sundin. I've never seen him rattle. Now, there are moments where you kind of want your captain a bit.
All right. 2-1 lead for Dallas. Still up on Minnesota in the third period of that game.
Right side. Ducks will try and clear it to center. Carlson.
Looks like the Sens will be a tough sweep, but Flyers look primed for a sweep. We'll see. How about those Flyers? Hell yeah, Chris. Hell of a game. We will see if they're able to get the win. But still 2 more games to go. Job's not done. Ricola rocks? Hell yeah. Ricola does rock. Love me some Ricola. I gotta grab some for sure.
Sorry about that. I know I'm a hassle. Alright, this is different types of fans at the ball game. See the guy on second base? Yeah, that's the new prospect, J.J. Weatherholt. Guy's a stud. See how Burleson's letting the ball get deep?
All right. Taking a second here to let my voice rest. Sorry, guys. A little bit of a lighter workload today. We had 3 games yesterday, 3 games on Saturday. This is nothing. This is nothing. This is light work. Good night, Chris. Thank you for tuning in, bro. I appreciate it. Have fun at work tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow. Well, kind of. Oh, man. All right. Mint, tea, honey, and lemon. If you're over 21, swap the tea for whiskey. Wow. Sounds like a good idea, actually. Oh, shit. Oh, there's the Marnock OT winner on my screen. Telling a guy who can dunk how to jump higher. Yep. I'll delete it. At this time of night, you would go with a diet whiskey? Huh. Oh my goodness. Oh, why am I on the Flyers Penguins stream? There we go. All right. 3-2 lead for Anaheim. Got about 5 minutes to go here until period number 3. Stick around, guys. We are not done yet. Stars are still up on the Wild 2-1. Stars lose, I'm going to call into work. Huh. All right, let's update the all-time stat sheet here really quick. What's up, Ma? How we doing? Pretty good crowd of people here in this live commentary. Good to see you guys here. Who's going to be here tomorrow? Who will be here tomorrow? 7:30 is our first stream start. So we're starting a little bit later than usual, thankfully. Ooh, 3-1 Dallas, Jason Robertson. Yep, it's on my screen. 3-1 lead for the Stars with 12 minutes to go. Looks like Dallas will tie the series. So there will be a game 5 in that series. Most likely. Unless if Minnesota can come back. You never know. All right, third period coming up in just a moment, guys. Stick around. Troy Terry with a 3-point night. I didn't even realize that. Terry has 3 points tonight. Pretty good game for Terry, if I do say so myself. Chris Kreider at a point too. If you're doing Utah, you'll join. Tomorrow I'm doing Sabres, Bruins, and then Avalanche, Kings. So sadly not the Mammoth. I don't think I'll be live. I'm live for the Mammoth for game 3, I'm pretty sure. Game 3, I'm live for that for the Mammoth next. Have a feeling Oilers will win. I'm not sure. It'll be close. It'll be interesting to see. Hopefully it's a close finish. That is what I'm hoping for sure. All right, perfect. That is done. All right, third period coming up. Stick around, folks. Yup, Sabres Bruins will be fun. First time fully streaming that series. With that, we will now have been live for every series in the first round. Alrighty, everybody, let's get ready for the start of period number 3 between the Edmonton Oilers and the Anaheim Ducks. Second period recap. Goals were scored by Troy Terry with 2 and Leo Carlsson, making it a 3-2 lead for Anaheim after 40 minutes of play. Taking a look at your stats through 40 shots. Excuse me as I let out a big burp. Are 26-17 in favor of Edmonton. Faceoffs are 56% in favor of the Oilers. Power plays, Anaheim 1 for 2, Edmonton 0 for 2. Hits are 38-25 in favor of the Oilers, and block shots are 13-12 in favor of the Ducks. Anaheim looking for their first playoff win, I believe, since 2017, right? They did not win in 2018. They were swept. It's been 9 years since they've won a playoff game. Will tonight be the night? We'll find out. Period number 3 is underway. Face-off won by Edmonton. Now they will dump it down low into the Anaheim zone. Dostal clears it around to the right side. Terry trying to clear this one back to center. Battling for it here now on the right side is Lacombe with Savoy. Hyman there as well for Edmonton. Stolen back by Anaheim now. Terry will clear it through center. Terry back to Kreider. Broken up then by Ekholm. Battling for it on the right side then Savoy. Taken back by Leo Carlsson. Carlsson comes in, fires it. Saved by Ingram. He will cover. Good little start there. Chance for Carlsson. Got that one on the low pad there on Ingram. He made the save. Face off here again now in the Edmonton zone. Shots are 26-18. Face off won by Edmonton. Murphy blocked at center. Seneca gets it back then for the Ducks. Seneca fires it. Saved there by Ingram. Kapanen battling for it now with Granlund. Oilers will backhand this one to center. Anaheim now regrouping with it on the right side. Darnell Nurse. Back over then for Draisaitl. Broken up then by Minchukov. Anaheim now will backhand it down low into the Edmonton zone. Cross ice pass to Draisaitl now as Oilers break it back in. Draisaitl broken up by the Ducks. McTavish through center, stolen back by Edmonton. Ty Emberson now down low will carry it through center. Wallman down the right side. Jake Wallman loops it back around, will backhand it behind the net then to McDavid. Connor McDavid battling for it then with Gudis. Roslovic will backhand it back down low into the Anaheim zone. Puck is thrown down low into the Edmonton end once again for an icing against Anaheim at 18-23. What do you mean, Dan? I have it as the second period. Or I have it as the third period. What are you talking about? It is the third period. 18-23 to go. Shots are 26-19. Face-off won by Edmonton. Bouchard a shot. That one is blocked. Oilers trying to keep that one in down low. Anaheim will flick it back to center. Bouchard back over then for Draisaitl. Here's Connor McDavid. Down low in the corner. Edmonton battling for it on the right side. Savoy to McDavid. Up top, Ekholm. Pass over. Bouchard a shot. That one goes back down low into the corner. Gudis trying to clear it to center. Here's Moore. Back to McTavish, who will dump it down low into the Edmonton zone. Shots are 26-19 in favor of the Oilers. Ekholm in the Edmonton zone. Up top then, here's Doc into the zone. Poke checked away. Oilers trying to clear. Here's Wallman down low. Doc a shot. And that one goes up in the air and wide. Frederick a drive. That one goes off of a couple bodies in front. Anaheim will clear it back to center. Wallman back over then. Ahead for Frederick. Trent Frederick into the zone. Down low in the corner. Here's Minchukov back over to Terry. Troy Terry with 2 of the 3 goals tonight for Anaheim. Kreider down low to Terry. Emberson breaks it up. Frederick trying to dump it to center. Shut on, saved by Ingram as he gets it with a glove. Do I think the Ducks can win the series? Maybe. It'll be a close one, though. An update here on the Wild Stars game. Brock Faber with 9:23 to go in the third period makes it a 3-2 game in favor of the Stars. So that game's not over yet. Face-off here in the Edmonton end is won back by the Oilers. Puck is chipped all the way down low into the Anaheim zone. It's blown dead for an icing against the Oilers. Shots are 26-19. A well-played game tonight here by the Ducks. They had a pretty rough first period, but they've bounced back. Dostal has made about 20 saves in a row since. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. The face-off coming up here now in the Edmonton zone is Draisaitl versus Gauthier. It's one back shot on, saved by Ingram once again. And that is 20 shots for Ingram tonight. He's allowed 3 on 20. Not the prettiest stats in the world, but maybe he'll be able to get it back. Face-off here now in the Edmonton zone. Once again, it's one back by Nurse. Murphy battling for it down low in the corner with Killorn. Kapanen thrown back to center. Lacombe will regroup with it then for the Ducks. Trouba off the boards and broken up by Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl will dump it down low into the Anaheim zone. Seneca will backhand it to center. Killorn regrouping now, will backhand it furthermore into the Edmonton zone as the Oilers will get this puck back. Murphy for McDavid. Down low now behind the net. Murphy gets it back for Edmonton. About 4 minutes gone in this opening period. The ads are glitching here. Here's McDavid to center, broken up. Gauthier takes it back for Anaheim. Banked off the boards by Carlson to center. Jeffrey Vale battling for it then with Paling on the right side. Yeah, Ducks playing well physically for sure. Here's Evan Bouchard through center. Bouchard gains the line down low. Ekholm comes in. Can't get the shot on to tie it. And broken up by John Carlson. He will clear down the other way. It will not be enough for an icing. Bouchard is not a fan of that. Bouchard up ahead then to Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins will chip it down low into the Anaheim zone. Trouba intercepted up top there. Now with the puck is Emberson. Backhanded down low. Ryan Nugent Hopkins in the corner. Prepare for the Edmonton push. Nugent Hopkins on the right side fighting with Leo Carlson. Emberson to Wallman. A shot. And that one's blocked by Trouba. Dickinson battling for it now with Trouba. Anaheim will get it back. They will clear it to center. Ty Emberson back over to Roslovic. Down low now in the Edmonton zone is Wallman. Jake Wallman will carry this one through center. Cross ice pass to Draisaitl. Draisaitl will backhand it down low here into the Anaheim zone. Gudis off the boards then for the Ducks. Will clear it back into the Edmonton zone. Murphy chipped off the boards to center. Draisaitl over ahead then for Doc. Doc up top, shot on gloved by Dostal. And another nice glove save there by Lucas Dostal, who's had to make plenty of saves here tonight. 27th shot of the night he's faced. Shots are 27-20. Wild and Stars is still 3-2 Dallas with 5.5 minutes to go. We will see if Minnesota can force overtime. If they do, and this game ends, maybe we'll go live for it. Face-off in the Anaheim zone is won back by the Oilers. Bouchard to McDavid, a shot glove by Dostal yet again. Lucas Dostal in his NHL playoff debut. A lot of new playoff debuts tonight. Should not be a surprise since it's a group of young kids. But Lucas Dostal having himself a great game tonight. He struggled, especially too, in a couple live commentaries. He's been bad when I stream him. Jackson Lacombe trying to get this one to center. He will get it there successfully. McDavid back to Ekholm. Ekholm will dump it down low into the Anaheim zone. Dostal back around to the right side. Vale battling for it down low. Draisaitl alongside Washi. McDavid will take it back to center and regroup. Bouchard to McDavid. Intercepted by Anaheim. Here's McTavish. He'll flick it around. Ekholm, who will battle for it in the corner. Good effort by McTavish to keep the pressure on. Ekholm to McDavid. Ahead then for Draisaitl. At the point, Hyman. Back to McDavid. McDavid to Draisaitl below the line. In front there, it's stolen back by the Ducks. Paling moves it to center. He'll dump it down low into the Edmonton zone. Connor Ingram now behind the net, back to McTavish. Here's Nugent Hopkins. Behind the Oilers' net. Drops it back then to Connor Murphy. About 7 minutes gone here in this third period. The Oilers need a goal. Podkolzin carries it into the Anaheim end. Behind the net now, back over to Kapanen. Kapanen down low for Nugent Hopkins. Fed back up top then. Shot on for Kapanen goes wide. Nugent Hopkins. Down low there now. Savoy back to Kapanen. Kapanen around behind the net to Murphy. Edmonton just cycling the puck around the Anaheim zone. Not getting a lot of shots though. Murphy battling for it on the right side. Leo Carlson will try and clear it. It's kept in by the Oilers. Nurse moves in. Deeks around below the line. Pass over through the crease. Is broken up. The Ducks will get it back and clear to center. Sliding back into the Anaheim zone, then regrouping with it is Hines. Tyson Hines in his first playoff game as well. Alex Killorn will dump it down low into the Edmonton end. Anaheim now regroups with it at center. Lacombe. Back at center, then a scramble for it here. Good job on Anaheim keeping everything to the outside. Alex Killorn will chip this one back to center. Edmonton will dump it down low. Lacombe. Ahead then for Seneca. Seneca broken up by the Oilers. Savoy carries it in. Will fire it around behind the Anaheim net. Dickinson down low will clear it behind the net once again. Ekholm cross ice pass. Nurse fires it. Tipped in front. And that one goes wide. Ekholm behind the net to Savoy. McDavid down low behind the net. Connor McDavid to Nurse. Nurse to Ekholm on the right side. Ekholm up top to Nurse. Back to McDavid. McDavid below the line. Pass in front. And they can't get it there. Killorn on the right side, then stolen back by Anaheim. They will clear it into the Edmonton zone. It slides wide of Ingram and an icing. Long shift for this group of Ducks on the ice. Wild and Stars is still 3-2 Dallas. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. Face off in the Anaheim zone, won by the Oilers. Bouchard to McDavid. McDavid to Bouchard. Draisaitl to Wallman. A shot! Saved by Dostal. The Ducks will clear. It goes out of play. .10:42 to go in the third. Troy Terry with the go-ahead goal in the second period. That is the only goal we've had here. And it gave the Ducks the lead. 3-2. We got 108 people here in this commentary. Thank you all for tuning in. Like the stream down below. Oilers have to go duck hunting. Yep. You're right on that. We have crossed over the 2,000 view mark on this commentary. Thank you all so much. Could we get overtime? We'll find out. Power play for Minnesota and Wild Stars. Unfortunately, you believe the Oilers will lose? We'll see, Daniel. We will see. Brock Faber made it a 3-2 hockey game from Eriksson, Ek, and Hughes. All right, still in commercial break, folks. Tomorrow, Sabres, Bruins, and Avalanche Kings is our commentary schedule tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. We have plenty of commentaries coming your guys' way over the course of this whole week. Yeah, having two Dans in here is difficult. I'm calling one Daniel and one Dan. Let me guess, I'm on Utah tomorrow? No, I'm doing Avs and Kings. Or do I think Utah will win tomorrow? Maybe. Face-off coming up here now in the Anaheim zone. 10:42 to go. Oilers win the draw. Bouchard a shot. That one goes wide of Dostal. McDavid at the point. Cross-ice pass to Wallman, a drive. That one's blocked. Anaheim will take it back. They will try and clear. Kept in by the Oilers. Down low, Jackson Lacombe will backhand it behind the net, then to Trouba. 29-20 are the shots. Edmonton out shooting Anaheim. Or actually, the shots are tied. I didn't even realize that. They're tied at 3 apiece. No, not tomorrow. I'm doing Sabres and Bruins tomorrow. We got Habs and Lightning on Friday. Wallman, down low in the Edmonton zone. Halfway through the period. Draisaitl, thrown to center. Here's Wallman up top. Kapanen trying to move to center. It's broken up there and cleared by Kreider down the other way. Darnell Nurse now in his own end will slide it back over then to Draisaitl. Draisaitl behind the net. Battling for it. Gauthier shot on. That one's blocked. Poke checked away there by Edmonton. Here comes Leon Draisaitl through center. Draisaitl to Kapanen. Kapanen to Draisaitl. Backhand in front is broken up. Here's Pavel Mintyukov now through center. Mintyukov with speed. Back to Paling. Battling for it in the corner then. Nurse. Stolen back by Paling. Up top. Hines comes in. Broken up. Fires it on though. It's blocked. Draisaitl trying to get it back for Edmonton. Podkolzin now will gain the line and dump it down low. Radko Gudas will handle this puck behind his own net. Chipped off the board to center. Granlund at the line for Anaheim in front. Seneca, chance save there by Ingram. Killorn back down low behind the net then to Wallman. Jake Wallman over then for Dickinson. Puck slides in there. Ingram, he makes the save. Nearly an own goal there. Here comes Jake Wallman. Wallman back to Ekholm. Here's a chance there. Ekholm with shots in, rebounds in front. They score! Jason Dickinson. The Oilers have tied the game. Oh my God, what a voice crack. I knew that was going to happen at some point. I knew that was going to happen at some point. With my screwed up voice. With my 8th commentary in the last frickin' 10 years. Jason Dickinson, his 2nd goal of the game. And who else? We are tied. And it comes off of the slipping defenseman on the Ducks. It was Radko Gudas who slipped and fell on his back. And Jason Dickinson took advantage. We are tied. Shots are 31-20 with 8:25 to go in regulation. We are tied at 3 apiece. Through center now. Anaheim carries it into the zone. Nurse. Behind the net then back to Murphy. McDavid. Back off the boards now. Doc battling for it. Picked up then by Anaheim. Here's Washi. Below the line. Back for Vale. Edmonton will get it back now through center. Feels like all the goals have come on rebounds tonight. Here's Nugent Hopkins back over then for Hyman. Broken up by Anaheim. Carlson into the zone. Kreider fires it on. It's blocked. Edmonton will get it now through center. McDavid. Connor McDavid around Kreider. McDavid back to Nugent Hopkins. Bouchard at the point. Try to clear it back down low. Lacombe. Huge hit there up high. Oh my goodness. Hopefully Hyman's okay. Oh. They blow the play dead at 7:12. The other referee might have had his arm up. The one official did not. Lacombe got him there up high. Hopefully Hyman's okay. That was not a pretty play. Update in Stars versus Wild. Wyatt Johnston empty net goal. The Stars are going to tie the series against Minnesota. So that is why when people were talking to me after the 6-1 win for Minnesota saying that the series was over, I was like, not necessarily. Because Dallas has done this before. They've lost games like this where they've been down, they've lost game 1, and they've come back to win the series. Think about last year. They took on the Avalanche. They came back and won the series after losing game 1. The year prior, they took on the Golden Knights. They lost game 1 and I think game 2 as well. And they came back and won the series. So it was not over after game 1. Everybody said it was over. It's not. That series is not over. It's far from that. We'll be live for game 3 of that series. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. We are about 60 subs away from 5,900. What an incredible stretch of commentary here on the channel. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Hyman goes to the dressing room after that reverse hit from Lacombe. It doesn't look like there will be any penalties assessed for that. But the Oilers were not a fan of that. So can't imagine it'll get any better from here. Will we go to overtime? We'll find out. Oh my God, there's the lady dressed as a cup. She's back. Tie hockey game here in Edmonton with about 8 minutes to go here in this third period. Jason Dickinson, his second goal of the game from Ekholm and Wallman. That's multi-point games for Dickinson and Wallman. There's the reverse hit from Lacombe on Hyman. Got him right up there high. Hopefully Hyman's okay. I always say you never wish for injuries. Thank you, Jane. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, only player that got drafted his whole career with the Oilers. Yep. Dickinson only had 1 goal in his last 28 regular season games with Edmonton. And here comes Zach Hyman. Hyman returns to the Edmonton bench. That did not take long. Welcome back. Face-off here now is one in the Anaheim zone by the Ducks. They will get it to center. Carlson broken up by the Oilers. Here's Kapanen. He'll dump it down low into the Anaheim zone. Carlson back for Minchukov. Battling for it down low in the corner. Kreider on the right side. Carlson's there as well. Kreider back over to Carlson. Carlson to Terry. Terry a shot. It's blocked. Rebound in front. Carlson a chance there. And that one's broken up. Here's Kapanen. Taking it now for Edmonton through center. Nurse down the right side. Shoots it. Save there. I am a fan of neither. I am a fan of neither team. Here's Lacombe to Killorn. Battling for it in the corner then. Killorn. Back down low then for Seneca. Back at Seneca, the young rookie for Anaheim. He's been a pleasant surprise. Battling for now on the right side. Roslovic with Seneca. Now Wallman and Killorn. Edmonton will get it back. Dickinson will backhand this one to center. Anaheim regroups. Lacombe in the Anaheim end. Tries to get it to center. Roslovic dumps it back down low. Goes Stahl over then for Lacombe. Jackson Lacombe will throw a pass up top then to Vale. Vale will dump it into the Edmonton end. Tied 3-3 here with 5:40 to go in regulation. Chipped off the boards to center. Back into the Anaheim zone. Carlson will clear it back to center. Nugent Hopkins. Down low then Bouchard. Ahead for Connor McDavid. McDavid into the zone. Back up top then, broken up by the Ducks and cleared to center. Bouchard will now hold it back here in the Edmonton zone once again. Shots are 31-21 in favor of Edmonton. We are now heading to crunch time. Crunch time is 5 minutes in a tie game or a game within 2 goals, and this meets the criteria. Paling battling forward with Kapanen. Puck slides up to the point, then Oilers can't keep that one in the zone. Darnell Nurse will dump it down low into the Anaheim zone. And the puck goes up and out of play with 4:43 to go. Winnipeg Jets hire Cassidy as their coach. What do you think? That's not a bad idea. 4:43 left to go in regulation. Jason Dickinson ties up the game at 3. All right, guys, I'm going to go to the bathroom really quick before we wrap up this game. Or the third period. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I have returned. Sorry about that. Use the bathroom really quick. Yeah, click the like button. Nail biter, right, Rob? It is definitely a nail biter for sure. Pretty good game, though. I ain't complaining. I love hockey like this. Tomorrow, we will be live tomorrow for Sabres Bruins, followed by Avalanche and Kings. Going in, I thought that Edmonton has more speed, but questionable this far. Anaheim's a fast team. I mean, obviously McDavid's the fastest one on the ice, but Anaheim can move with them. Faced off outside of the Anaheim zone, won by the Oilers. Dumped down low into the Anaheim zone. Shot on Giselle, save rebounds there in front. They jab with that puck and taken back by Lacombe. Jackson Lacombe here now through center. Lacombe back over then for Terry. Puck is cleared back to center. Lacombe chips it off the boards, or at least he tries. Here's Carlson. Carlson comes in, fires it, saved by Ingram. What a stop by Connor Ingram. Carlson gets it back, fires it again. Shot save, rebounds in front, and denied by Ingram, who holds it just barely under his blocker. A massive stop for Connor Ingram yet again. Oh my goodness. Flyers have a 2-0 series lead, yep. So official as of a couple minutes ago. The Stars have tied the series over the Wild. And that series is going at least 5 games. Hopefully more. Face off here in the Edmonton zone. Shots are 33-24. Oh, do they really, Michael? Do they really? Hey, Anaheim Rob, $3 dono. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. That means a lot. Your guys' donations are greatly appreciated. Thank you. Here's McDavid. Backhanding it down low into the Anaheim zone. Hyman. Down low, battling forward with Carlson. Now Granlund will backhand it off the boards to Seneca. Hyman will backhand it around then behind the net. Mintyukov will clear it to center. Killorn gains the line. Fires it on. It's blocked. Bouchard down low in the corner for Edmonton. Will play it away. Tim Washy fires it in just wide of Ingram. Ekholm battling for it down low. Bouchard fighting on the right side. Then he'll come back and regroup in his own end. 3 minutes to go here, or coming up on 3 minutes to go in regulation. Lacombe up top. Trouba a shot, and that one is blocked and wide. Washy up top to Lacombe. Lacombe to Trouba. Battling forward with Hyman, taken back by Edmonton. McDavid gets around Trouba. Lacombe will steal it back, though, and get it to center. Here's Kapanen. He's got some room. Poke checked away by Lacombe. Great defensive game by Lacombe, the Ducks. Thank you, Alpha. Carlson battling with Kapanen. Kapanen throws it up top then. Anaheim will take it through center. McTavish back to Paling. And a whistle blown dead at 2:35 for an offsides. Thank you all for the kind words. I appreciate it. Subscribe down below. We are 60 subs away from 5,900. Oh, man. Will we get another extra time game here? Or overtime game? Face off in the Edmonton zone is a tie up. It's won by the Ducks. Killorn tried to break that one in. It's broken up by Edmonton. They will get it to center. It'll slide back down the other way for an icing. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Chris, as always. I appreciate you guys being in here and showing your support. Thank you, Shadow. How was WrestleMania? I didn't get to watch any of it with the playoffs. I never get to watch any of it with the playoffs. Oilers are better with power play. Yeah. Most goals against this season. Anaheim and the Oilers ranked in the bottom 10. Wow. Face off here in the Edmonton zone. 2:25 left to go in regulation. Face off one back by Anaheim. Kreider battling for it behind the net. Leo Carlson battling for it down low in the corner. Then Kreider up top, broken up then by Nurse. Darnell Nurse behind the Edmonton net. Kapanen ahead to Draisaitl. Draisaitl carrying it ahead now into the zone. Backhand on, takes behind that wraparound. Chance is broken up. Draisaitl back around behind the net. Then the pod goes and pass in front. They score! The Oilers have taken the lead with under 2 minutes to go. And I think it was Kasperi Kapanen. It's 4-3 Edmonton. With 1:54 to go on the clock, the Oilers have come back from down 3-2. And it's Kasperi Kapanen's second goal of the game. 3 different multi-goal games in this one tonight. 3. That is nuts. With the way this game is going, we will see if that lead stands. Kapanen from Podkolzin and Draisaitl. There's been a lot of multi-point games tonight here in this one. Face-off. Won by Anaheim. Now the Ducks will play full offensive mode, trying to tie this game. Karlsson chipped off the boards and down low into the Edmonton end. Bouchard. Back over to Ekholm. Ekholm up top then through center. Edmonton will try and take advantage. Dostal to the bench. Empty net here for Anaheim. Here's Lacombe. Lacombe through center. Drop back to Karlsson. Karlsson back to the right side. Then Seneca will fire it around behind the net. Now Granlund battling for it. Puck is cleared all the way back down the other way for an icing. 1:13 to go on the clock. Leave it to Kapanen, yep. And that Edmonton crowd, as they always do, going nuts. It's got to be cold there. 26 degrees in Ottawa, they said. Shots 34-25 in favor of the Oilers. Timeout here for the Ducks. Anaheim's got to be smart. This young group of guys, they can move the puck around pretty well. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. We have crossed over the 3,000 view mark here on this commentary. Thank you all so much for that. Timeout will come to a close. Face-off coming in the Edmonton zone. Yeah, I was going to say it's got to be cold there, right? Face-off is a tie-up then. It's won back by the Oilers. Ekholm will slap it around behind the net then all the way back into the Anaheim zone. Once again, another icing. Ducks definitely didn't come in looking like Spike Dudley. Yep. -4 in Barrie. Oh, my God. I need to stop complaining. Face-off won by Anaheim. Terry up top. Gauthier. Cutter Gauthier fires on. Save rebounds in front. They jab with that puck on Ingram. Edmonton gets it back. Last minute of play in regulation. Terry up top. Karlsson down low then for Granlund. Granlund battling for it then in the corner. Trying to get that one free is Terry as well. 45 seconds to go. It's tied up in the corner. Up top to Gauthier. Gauthier fires it on. Save rebounds in front. Cleared away then by the Oilers. And back to center. 30 seconds to go here in regulation. Granlund will chip it down low. Getting it back is Ekholm, who will fire it off the boards. Kept in by Anaheim. Gauthier down low in the corner. 20 seconds left. Gauthier trying to get that one free. Up top, Karlsson a shot. Save Terry a chance. Pass over. In the crease. Denied by Ingram. And the Oilers will clear it the other way. 10 seconds left. Grabbed back by Karlsson down low. He'll send one last chance the other way. Anaheim can't control it. Karlsson one last chance. And they fire it up in the air. And the Oilers take game one. A crazy finish. And some huge saves at the end for Connor Ingram. The late goal by Kasperi Kapanen. And the Oilers win the game 4-3 on a late comeback. Wow. What a game. What a phenomenal game that was. That was a lot of fun. The Oilers come back after being up 2-0. The Ducks come back to make it 3-2. The Oilers tie it and then win the game 4-3 in the final 2 minutes. Multi-goal games from Kapanen, Dickinson, and Terry. What a great game. All right. So we will be back tomorrow. Stay tuned for our recap of all the games. It'll drop about like probably 20 minutes after this stream ends. We'll recap all of the games today. We'll go over our top performers in a separate video as well. Tomorrow, 7:30 start time, Eastern time. Sabres, Bruins, Avalanche, Kings. We are rolling through the week. We are live every single day this week for all Stanley Cup playoff games. So be sure to subscribe down below if you're new. So don't miss any of them. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next stream.